I didn't even know the first jump was possible in OG. Get me away from this hell, dude. Just want to speedrun a hat in time. One's doing no IG. Ew. I mean, doing the jump in no IG would require doing no IG, so ew. Better than no-go? Hard fucking disagree on that. No-go is definitely not my favorite Crash 2 category, but I still like it more than no IG. That being said, I have a PAL PS2, so Crash 2 is actually a tolerable game for me. It's like the only way to tolerate Crash 2. It's on fucking, like, actual PAL console. I don't know if I'd go that far. Crash 3 definitely has a lot of cool stuff in it. I just prefer Crash 2, but I don't think Crash 2 is necessarily better. You're not doing box spin jumps and hanging out because of input delay. Dude, that's fucking fair, Tet. You know when I became consistent at the fucking hanging out bonus? When I got a PS2. Like 100%. Crash 3, at least in terms of no IG, is a category that only becomes super interesting when you're really good at it. At least, that's how I feel. Like, I find it boring also, but I'm also nowhere near, like, good at it. Okay. I do firmly believe that Crash 2 is only truly enjoyable on PS2. I mean, it might be enjoyable on PS1, I've never tried. Someone wants to lend me a PAL PS1 to figure that out. You know, that's fine. I don't think I'd ever tolerate daily 106. 106 is the perfect example of a category that I appreciate in small doses. I feel like if I do 106 outside of a race, it loses what makes it special to me. I keep forgetting to do that last stack. Even though my gold has me doing it. Fuck EA Games, by the way. I mean, I could have told you that. I mean, I get tired of it too. I'm already tired of this. See if I got this. Barely? I'll take it. Okay. Did my stream go down, or did my Twitch stats just like reset itself? Okay. Because my Twitch stats totally just completely reset themselves. I went from 14 viewers to supposedly 0, which is a lie because you're all still here. And my elapsed time went to 0. Money corrupted the Spyro 2 bingo tournament. Wait, what? Money corrupted the Spyro 2 bingo tournament? I'm confused. It's a $250 prize. People are taking it way too soon. Why is there a prize? Enter. People are discussing too much against the rules and stuff. Makes the environment pretty hostile. This is why I'm not sure I'd ever want speedrunning to become an esport. There'd be some pros, but there'd be some pretty big cons. Like, it would be easier for people who are good at games to become, like, partnered and, like, make a living off of it, I feel. But you would lose some of the magic of what makes speedrunning so special. Which I guess is true for anything that becomes esports, but, you know. I swear when I extend that longer, I don't make it. It would make this dynamic where I'm sure there would still be some people who do it for the love of it. Well, there would definitely be people whose main motivation is money, which is, like, fine, because, like, if it's their way of making a living, but it would it would change things. I'm just surprised that there's actual money on the line for this Spyro 2 bingo. Yeah, that's the best part about, like, speedrunning compared to, like, other forms of competitions. Like, there is competition, but a lot of it is just, like, working it together for the sake of the game. That's probably why, like, 2NST, I would say, was my worst experience with any speed game. Because, like, at the time, that, like, camaraderie of working together to make the game fast simply wasn't there. Like, it's there now. But back then, it was, like, my goal was making the game fast. Everybody else's goal was being better than me. Like, and that's what rubbed me the wrong way. Tiger Cub is so cute. Yeah, he is. People using extremely sketchy tactics to win matches, like people using the same name to mark goals, which makes it impossible for the other team to tell who is where. Yeah. Yeah. Speedrunning, I feel, just doesn't lend itself to esports the same way like a MOBA or like a fighting game would. I don't know. It's because, like, with a MOBA or a fighting game, they can be designed specifically with that type of thing in mind. Speedrunning will always be a construct of the community. Like, there are very few games, I feel, whose main purpose and design is speedrunning. Welcome back, Nizzy. So while I think it's possible, it would be far more difficult to implement properly. And it would cause a lot of problems. Dude, I'm godlike. Damn straight, that better be a gold. Esports status would also bring gambling. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird thing to think about. Fucking cock. I love losing a million years and hang 'em high. By a million years, I mean like 10 seconds, but you know. In the original Crash 3, was it impossible to spin the sword? I don't remember that being a thing. But maybe I never tried to actually spin the sword. Because I always thought you could. But I guess not in this game. You can spin the... Okay. That's one of those instances where I wish NST didn't make sense. I figured you... I was sure you could spin the sword, but I guess in NST you can't? Because I swear every time I do, I fucking get hit. It does make sense, but it's just annoying. It's more annoying in regards to the enemies in G-Wiz whose swords are like literally in front of you, and that's the thing you're most likely to try and spin. I suppose. Let's just keep rerouting Warp 3, because that seems to be the plan. I thought not getting that invincibility would be way worse. I really did. Can I do your homework? If you want to pass, I would not recommend it. I'm not sure I could even do homework for my own major anymore. This kind of thing where after you stop going to school, you kind of forget how to do schoolwork. Like, people show me math stuff and I'm just like, what is this? Someone's like, hey Riko, have you done this before? And I'm just like, I think. It's like, how do you do this? I don't know, I put it in Wolfram Alpha. If there's anything I learned from being a math and stat major is that there's nothing I can do that Wolfram Alpha can't do better. Or Excel can do better. Microsoft Excel is actually like God's gift to the corporate world. The other thing I've learned is Excel is a perfect example of like a really powerful tool in the hands of the right person. Like, there's so much you can do in Excel. Dude, I love MATLAB. I know that's like probably the weirdest sentence you've ever heard, but I legitimately enjoy MATLAB. Do I ever die in a speedrun, or is this not afforded and reset? I'm pretty sure there's a death somewhere in this one. Deaths are oftentimes not even the worst thing that happened in a run. Like, me not taking 2 masks into Hang 'em High was probably worse than a lot of deaths would be. Now, there are some pretty awful deaths that I reset over, but it's not specifically because I died, it's because of where I died. My PB has the death in it. It has a really big one. I think it has 2 really big ones in the same level. Yeah, it's highly dependent on when and where the death is, especially in this game. I think the reason I like MATLAB, because a lot of my like comp sci and like IT friends really hate MATLAB. And I think the reason I like it is because it is a math-based programming language. So, like, it's different from every other language because of that. But because of that, it makes sense to me. Whereas, like, other programming languages, I kind of have to work to understand. MATLAB just, like, comes naturally to me. For the most part, at least. He had 1 class of it. I mean, I only did 1 class of it, but taught me the basics of what I needed to know, and then the rest of it I just look up online. The final, there's a question on it. I mean, if you actually want some help, I can try after this stream. MATLAB feels GIMP to us IT majors. That makes sense. There's probably a lot more you can do with other languages. During the weekend if I have time. Yeah, we'll see. We'll try and make time for it, man. Keep doing that too early. I don't think I've ever learned VB. I did learn C, at least a little bit of it. I'm assuming Visual Basic. Oh god, I hate SQL. My first job had me work with a lot of SQL, and I did everything in my power to avoid it. But that might be partly because the people who wrote the SQL code I worked with had no idea what proper, like, formatting was, and everything was just a fucking, like, really big paragraph of code, and I'm just like, how do any of you fuckers read this shit? As much as I dislike SQL, I will admit it would probably behoove me to, like, learn it properly. Sometimes I wonder if I would enjoy being a database or, like, IT person more than what I actually do. I hope this is the run, because I don't think I'm going to do another one. I didn't mind Python when I used it. Python was interesting. I think Python and MATLAB are the two that I can honestly say I enjoyed. Oh, I had to use R. That was a trip. R is something else, dude. Yeah. R is used just because it's like a free alternative to all the like really expensive like stat packages. But holy shit, that shit is like really rigid and like kind of difficult to grasp. I had to do so much R though. Yeah, I had to do R for like one of my required classes. Good lord, I feel like I barely passed that class. R was a fucking nightmare. It's also like hard to teach it. Like, my professor, like, when you listen to him, you could tell he knew so much about R, but he was so bad at teaching it. But, like, how do you teach R? Oh, our exams were R, but it wasn't like typing R. We had to write out R code. That shit fucking sucked. I very much failed the first exam, but I like... The final was open note, so like... Kinda like got saved there. The two classes I took where I did R, yeah, written coding text. Yeah. But like the two classes where I took R were two of the only classes where I felt like I was actually in danger of failing. And that was terrifying. Okay, let's not fuck this up. Jesus. Thank God.
Time is up, but yours soon will be too.
Alright, this one can still do it. Just have to not fuck up anything huge in here. And gate clip. You know, this is really disorienting when I don't look at Coco the whole time. How did I not hit that bomb? Dude, I haven't brought an invincibility here in a long time. Oh, that's hot. God, I'm really fucking dehydrated right now. Yeah, Michael. What's up? Praying this run doesn't die. Because I want to be done with this. Rex 41. Rex 40. I love that you can do bye-bye balloons with Crash now. Oh, thank God. Jesus. It's the easy gate clip. Because I did it slower, I shouldn't be terrified of it, but yet here we fucking are. It's just like, even though it's like easy, it's, if I mess it up, then that's just, it's done. That was a little awkward. I didn't hear the first engine brake. Hope that doesn't fuck the cycle up. It is in fact a choke clip. Alright, come on. Oh god. Oh god, I might 42. You know, crash. Just gonna casually lose like 5 seconds in one of these levels. Oh, I fucking hate life. There we go. I remember how to do that now. Dude, I'm actually kind of scared. Like, legitimately, like, shaking. This isn't even, like, super significant. I just want to be fucking done with this. Sure. Yeah, I didn't know that snipe was a thing until just now. Which is why I didn't do the full mock tornado, because I wasn't sure if it would work. Alright, I gotta fix that gun tomorrow split apparently.
dash.
Should change these split names to Flaming Asphalt and Orange Passion. Let's try that again. Dude, I'm playing more scared than I should be. That's fine. Don't need it after this level. There will be no Trump vibes in this chat. Yeah, it was I was a little shaky at the end. Because I realized that like if I died, I was going to go really far back, and I didn't want to do that. There's a huge gap in checkpoints, and it's terrifying. Fan is definitely not the word I would use. I'm not gonna go into it too much, but yeah, not a big fan. Fuck. Honestly, the biggest reason I have this last is because I like having a breather level before Cortex. This level's not entirely free, but it's hard to mess up. Could have been worse. Yeah, mostly getting the platformers out of the way. I could theoretically end on Mad Bombers also, because the Mad Bombers are the breather in this game. Cortex isn't entirely a breather. You can get cucked by hitboxes, and then like this run's not over. That's the thing. It's not. And I might actually cry if I mess it up now. Yeah, fucking JPZ. Hip hip hooray! Oh god, I'm terrified. Please let me have this. It's a little gross, but it's workable. I did not want to be anywhere near that mine. Okay, at this point I can't fuck it up. I'll have lost too much time. I think if I had died first phase, I might have been able to squeeze out a 43 still, but at this point, if I die, it's done. Oh, dude. One more good mine phase. It was only the 3 that was bad. Like, I prefer when he shoots them far. But, like, the middle one is the one I need to be, like, far. Oh god, this is the worst. Oh god, this is right there. Okay. Ah!
Defeated again.
Freedom!
There. Maybe
I don't have to play this tripe anymore.
with a nice big drink
Oh.
and a woman with nice big bags of ice on my head. It's not over, Bandit. We still have a chance to triumph.
I think the category is good, but it's frustrating. Like, it was starting to get to me. As far as any percents go, though, I do like it, yes. I'm gonna go get some water before I vomit.